All right, guys, we're going to jump into, like I said, this is the start of Unit 2. We're going to do 1 and 2 step equations. Like, this unit is huge, okay? 1 and 2 step equations are basically the foundation of Algebra 1, okay? You've got to be able to solve equations to succeed in this class. So we need you to pay attention on this one, because if you don't pay attention in 1 and 2 step equations, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure for the rest of the year. Does that make sense? Because we're going to get to where we have equations with variables on both sides. We're going to have multi-step equations. Everything that we do from here on out is understanding how to work equations and how to change signs and how to do everything else. But today is the foundation of that, okay? Today is day number 1 of Unit 2, okay? This unit is going to take you all the way to Christmas, okay? This is a massive, massive unit. Now, we're obviously, if you're not in Frisco, that's a little bit different, but yeah, this is a big, big part of it, okay? So here we go. 1 and 2 step equations. Everybody should have their notes with them. All right, let's talk about it. And there's not a whole lot of teaching with this. It's just a lot of repetition. Does that make sense? Now, let me ask you this. What number plus 2 equals 5?
3.
You know, based in your head, you know that 3 plus 2 equals 5, yes? Okay, so how would I solve this? Do you guys know? Now, here's how I always do it. When I first learned it, I would put like the little T around it. Now, you don't have to write this down. You do not have to write this down, because we're going to have more examples, okay? And I always put a box around the letter that I'm trying to solve for, okay? What's over there that I need to get rid of? The what? Now, hold on. I want to solve for x, so what do I need to move? The positive 2. How do you get rid of positive 2?
Subtract 2.
I'm going to subtract 2. It's an inverse operation. You're going to hear me say a lot, inverse operation. What's 5 minus 2?
3.
You just told me that 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, so it's just inverse operations is all it is. So 1 step equation. If we're subtracting, we're going to add and so on, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to use inverse operations to solve. For fractions, we're going to multiply, because what is a fraction? What is a fraction? We're going to talk, you know what? We'll get back to that in just a minute. We'll get back to the fractions in just a minute. Let's just talk about the basics. All right, here we go. Number 1, x plus 15 equals negative 3. What am I solving for? First of all, I don't know, I had a teacher once call that train tracks. I've never once seen a train track that does that. Just saying. Looks more like a T or a cross. Okay, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so I put a box around the x, right? What do I need to move?
15.
Positive 15. So negative 15, negative 15. I'm just going to add these two terms together. What's negative 3 plus negative 15?
Negative 18.
What?
Negative 18.
Negative 18. Pretty simple, right? Same sign, if they're both negatives. You guys heard the song, Same Sign, Add and Keep? Do I need to sing the song for you? You don't want to hear a song? You sure? Okay, I mean, I'll sing it. I'll glad. Anyway, it's like row, row, row your boat. Same sign, add and keep. Different sign, subtract. Keep the sign a larger number, then you'll be exact. You guys heard that before? No? We'll sing all that together next week. Is that cool? Yeah. We'll all sing it together. I'll teach it to you, then you can do it one at a time by yourselves in the front of the room. Hope will be first. Hope's gonna be first. All right, here we go. Is everybody all right? So, but that's where you get this. Look, negative 3 plus negative 15. Basically, I take these two terms and I add them together. Okay, that's what I always thought. All right, here we go. Y plus negative 16. It's in parentheses, not a big deal. So what number do I need to move?
16.
What kind of 16?
Negative 16.
Negative 16. So what does it become? Positive. Now let me show you another way that I do it. Now, I was an arrow drawer. I drew a lot of arrows. Okay, so what I would do is I would take negative 16, move it to this side, and make it a what? Positive 16. I actually had a teacher call this the magical bridge of destiny, because it looks kind of like a bridge, like an equal sign. Okay, and when you cross the bridge, it changes the signs, whatever. You do you. You call it whatever you want. Okay, I'm not going to call it the magical bridge of destiny, unless you really want me to. Okay. All right, here we go. We got y equals what? What's 9 plus 16?
25.
25. Basically, this is the same thing as y what? What is that the same thing as? Say it. Y, no. You still got to just forget about it. Read the problem. What is that the same thing as? This right here, when you have the plus minus, is the exact same thing as doing this, guys. It's the same thing. It's the exact same problem. It's still, hold on, what kind of 16 is it right in front of it? It's still a negative 16. It's still a negative, they just put a plus sign in. It's kind of like when we were doing common difference the other day. You guys remember that? Where I told you if you're going down, it's plus negative. You guys remember that? It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. All right, here we go. What kind of problem is, no, we know how to do adding and subtracting. That's easy. Yes? How we doing? We're good? Cool. What about this? What is this? What is negative 3m? What kind of problem is that? It's multiplication. So we're doing inverse operations. So what is the opposite of multiply? Division. So I'm going to divide. No, first of all, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it I'm going to solve for m. So I'm going to put a box around it. What number? Now, you just told me that that's a multiplication problem. And to solve a multiplication problem, what do we have to do? Divide. So what do I need to divide by? What number do I have to move? 3. What kind of 3? So I'm going to divide by negative 3. This one, the signs don't change. Multiplying and dividing, you don't change the signs. Okay? What's the opposite of multiplying by 2? Dividing by 2, right? We don't change the signs. It just kind of rolls off the tongue, right? Now, the reason you change the signs when you're adding subtracting is because what's the opposite of positive 3? Negative 3. You see what I'm saying? The signs change. Okay, so that's the one where the signs change. This one doesn't. All right, here we go. M equals. What's 9 divided by 3? Okay, and if the signs match, what is it? Positive 3. Matching is good. Not matching is bad. Okay, like matching is good. Nike. Got a Nike, white Nike belt on. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to wear an Atlanta Braves jersey with like a, I don't know, Los Angeles Dodgers hat. It's just not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? Matching good, not matching bad. Okay? All right, here we go. That's just, you know what? That sounds kind of dumb, but that's just the way I learned it. Yes? All right, here we go. Number 4. What do you got?
X equals 35.
X equals what? Hold on. What kind of problem is X over 5? What is that?
Division.
That's division. So what am I going to do? I'm going to multiply by what?
5.
Yeah, what's the opposite of dividing by 5, guys? Multiplying by 5. So I'm going to multiply both sides times 5. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do this, by the way. So I'll multiply both sides times 5. Yes? That cancels that out. So I've got X equals, what's 7 times 5?
35.
35. Let me check it. What is 35 divided by 5? 7. It works. Here's how I also did it. Okay, this is the way that I did it when I was growing up. Whenever there was a fraction, if I had that, X over 3 equals negative 7. Let's just say I had that. This is the way, and I still to this day, this is how I do it. Okay? I want to get rid of the fraction. I'm just going to multiply these 2 numbers. And then I'm just going to bring the top down. So X comes down. What's 3 times negative 7? Negative 21. It's the same concept. It's the exact same concept. You understand? I'm still multiplying by negative 3, but I like to use the fraction. I really, really do. Okay, I'm going to show you like a little trick down there at the bottom that maybe it'll make the problem a little bit easier. Okay, I'm going to pause this real quick. I got a phone call. Sorry. All right. So here we go. Are we good on this? When you have dividing by 5, what's the opposite of dividing by 5? Multiplying by 5, right? You guys with me? All right, here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to show you a couple different things on this one. If you have 1/3 X, now, what's the fraction if you flip 1/3? This is where, now we're getting into this, right? Reciprocal, over here, write this down, is basically a flipped fraction. Now, there are so many different ways that you can solve this problem. So many ways that you can solve this, okay? Now, here's how I would do it. I'm gonna put it up here on the top just because, well, I'm 6'5". I don't want to write down on the bottom. Fair? All right, so if I have 1/3 X, can I erase this, by the way? Am I good here?
Yes.
Cool, let me erase that. So I've got 1/3 X equals negative 1.5, right? So I've got a fraction and a decimal. This is the exact same thing as doing this, by the way. X over 3. That's the same thing. Because what's the number in front of this X if there is no number? That's still 1/3. It's still 1/3 X. You guys, do you understand this so far? So you can always take this X and just put it on top. Now we've got a problem that looks like this one. And I can just multiply 3 times 1.5. And I'm done. Seriously. What is 3 times 1.5? Calculators? What's wrong? Negative what? X equals negative 4.5. Does that make sense? Is everybody, hold on. I see a lot of shaking no's. You want me to do it again? Let me show you a different one? That's fine. Tell me, hey, you can tell me, hey, Coach Moy, you just completely lost me. Yes? just tell me you lost, like I lost you in a problem, and I will stop, okay? Please tell, because if you don't tell me, how am I supposed to know that? Fair? I see people nodding. Let me know. All right, let's try another one. So if I have 1/2 x equals 8, how can I rewrite that problem? How can I rewrite that? Isn't that x over what? X over 2. Basically, the 1 is still there. You just don't have to write 1x. You don't have to do that. So just put x over 2. Just slide this x, just put it right there. And then it's the same problem. It is the exact same problem. 2 times 8 is what? 16. Because, hold on, half of what number is 8? Half of 6. Basically, I just slid it on top and just do what we already learned how to do. Don't use, listen, people get really, really confused with fractions. They really, really do. You with me on this? All right, so don't, okay? Don't get confused by this. All right. Here in a second, I'm going to have to show you how to use your calculator. Yes, sir?
So if a question's asking 1/2 equals whatever number, do we just multiply that number by 2?
Yeah. 1/2 x equals 7, right? Now, we talked about the reciprocal, right? The reciprocal is, what's if you flip 1 over 2, what is 1 over 2 if you flip it?
2 over 1.
2 over 1, or just 2. Okay, so we're still multiplying by 2. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. If you want to do the reciprocal and call it that, you're more than welcome to. Okay, yes?
For the fraction one, what I did was I really did this last year is I just did 3 times negative 1.5 and then
That's exactly what we just did. 3 times negative 1.5.
yeah.
It's the exact same thing. Okay, we good? That only works if you have a 3 on top, or if you have a 1 on top. If there's another number, like number 6, okay, it's a little more complex. Now, we can still do that, but it turns into a 2-step equation, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to do this with a 1-step. Everybody good? All right, make sure your calculator's turned on because you're gonna want it for this problem. All right, here we go. Negative 3/4 x equals 9. All right, here we go. So now we've got to multiply by the reciprocal. What is the definition? What's a reciprocal again? I'm going to flip the fraction. So here we go. I'm going to tell you how to do this. So I'm going to multiply times negative 4 over 3. Because what that does, you guys remember cross canceling? Remember that? From like middle school? You don't remember that? The 4's cancel out, the 3's cancel. Because think about it. What's 4 times 3? 12. What's 3 times 4?
12.
What's 12 over 12? 1 and 1. It just cancels out. Okay. All right, here we go. You guys have your calculator? I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to multiply the other side times negative 4 over 3. Yes? All right, here's your buttons that you're going to need. You're going to go 9 times. Okay, here's how you do fractions on your calculator. You might want to write this down. You're going to hit alpha. Then you're going to hit y equal, which is in the very top left-hand corner. So alpha, which I think is the green button, right? Hit alpha, the green button, y equals, and I want you to make sure you hit alpha first before you hit y equals. Alpha, y equals, and then 1. You should have had an option pop up on your calculator that said n over d. Is that what you had? That means numerator over denominator, which is a fraction. Okay. Now in Desmos, it's not that complicated. You just click a over b and you can make a fraction, right? Now you're going to make the fraction negative 4 over 3. Don't put minus 4 over 3. Put negative, which is the bottom, the button on the very bottom of your calculator. It's below the 3. What'd you get?
Negative 12.
Negative what?
12.
X equals negative 12. Alpha, y equals 1. Maybe put that down on your calculator or on your notes. Alpha, y equals 1 for fractions. That is a very, very important keystroke for those of you that are watching at another place. That is for the TI-84. The TI-84 is to get a fraction, you're going to go alpha, y equals, and 1. Okay? Everybody good? Make sure I'm still cooking. All right, is everybody good with the 1-step equations? Semi good? It's inverse operations, right? Cool, let's move on. 2-step equation. 2-step equations. These notes might take a little while today, but that's all right. two-step equations. All right, first step is you're going to undo the addition and subtraction first. You're going to undo adding and subtracting first. Okay, it's kind of like backwards PEMDAS. You guys with me? That's what they're showing you. Adding, subtracting goes first, and then you do the multiplying and dividing second. Okay, you guys understand that PEMDAS, the multiplying and dividing could be switched, right? And the adding, subtracting could be switched. Whichever one comes first from left to right. You guys understand the PEMDAS rules, right? Like if you have adding, subtracting, let's say you have 6 minus 2 plus 7. You would do the 6 minus 2 first, even though in PEMDAS it says A and then S. Okay, because adding, subtracting are the same level. Okay. All right, here we go. So we're going to do adding, subtracting first, and then we're going to do multiplying and dividing. Here we go. I do my little T. What letter am I solving for, guys? X. So what am I adding or subtracting first? 9. Is that a positive 9? Is it a negative? What is it? It's a positive 9. How do I get rid of a positive 9? Subtract 9. But if I do it to one side, why do I have to do it to both sides? Why do I have to do it to both sides though? This is very important. Anything you do to one side of an equation, you have to do the other. Think of it like a scale. If I have a balanced scale and I add 100 pounds to one side, to keep it balanced, what do I have to do? I have to add 100 pounds to this side, right? It doesn't matter if it's the wrong step. As long as you do it to both sides, you can actually still get back to the right answer. You can multiply both sides times 1,000 if you want to. I could still get to the right answer. As long as you do it to both sides, you're still okay. But just remember that if you do something to one side of an equation, you have to do it to the other. That's why I like this line, because I can see that I'm doing it to both sides. All right, here we go. So I've got 2x, bring down the 2, that cancels. What's negative 7 plus negative 9? Sing the song. Same sign, add and keep. Nope. What's 7 plus 9? 16, and they're both what? Negative. Think of it this way. If I'm 7 feet underwater and I go down 9 more, where am I going to be? I'm going to be 16 feet underwater, right? Negative 7 plus negative 9 more, 16 feet underwater. Now I'm going to divide by what, guys?
2.
Now I'm going to divide by 2 because now we have a multiplication problem, so we're going to divide by 2. That cancels the 2's out. Why can I not subtract there? They're not like terms. Listen, I can't do this. I can't do that. They're not like terms. I could go 2x minus 3x. That would be different because they both have an x on them. But I can't just go 2x minus 2. Okay, so I have to divide. Divide by 2 and divide by 2. So what does x equal? Negative what?
8.
Negative 8. Okay. All right, I want you to try number 8 by yourself with your partner. Ready? Go. All right, let's talk through this together, guys. First. Somebody tell me. Don't be scared to be wrong. Tell me. You did what? No, not yet. I'm going to add 10 to both sides. I'm going to add first. I'm going to get rid of that 10. What is 1 plus 10? So negative x over 2 equals 11. Now here's what's a little tricky. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not a 2, that's next. Okay. There we go. Now what?
Multiply 2.
Multiply.
2.
Who said, say it again. Say it again. Multiply by negative 2. I want to take the negative with me. What am I trying to solve for? Not negative x. So I got to take the negative with me. Does that make sense? So I'm going to take this negative with me. So I'm going to bring it. Listen, it does. Hold it right here. Where's the negative at? So it can be the top or the bottom. It doesn't really matter. Does it change the problem if I do this? No. I just put the negative on the other side, right? So take the 2. What's 2 times 11? 22, and there's only one negative, which means negative 22. If there's an odd number of negatives, it's going to be a negative answer. That's why a negative times a negative is a what? It's an even number of negatives. If it's an even number, it's positive. If it's an odd number, it's negative. Okay, only when you multiply or divide. All right, here we go. I'll do number 9 with you. How many of you like the letter to be on the right-hand side? Can I show you a little trick? What's the trick?
Just move it to the left.
Just put this on the other side. Does that make it look easier? You guys like that better? It's the same problem. I just put equals 12 on the other side. All right, here we go. What's the opposite of plus 4? Positive 4.
Minus 4.
Subtract 4 from both sides. I just made it. 4 minus 4 is what? No, 4 minus 4 is not 8. What's 4 minus 4? 0. So that cancels that out. So I'm left with negative n equals, what's 12 minus 4? This is 8. Now, what letter am I solving for? N. I'm not solving for negative n. I'm not solving for negative n, so what do I have to do? Hold on. What is the number in front of the letter if there is no number? It's a 1. So if I wrote it like this, now what do I do? Hold on. If you had to solve this, 2x equals 6, what would I do? I would divide by 2, right? So why is this different? I'm just going to divide by negative 1. And all that did was just change the signs. You guys with me? All it did was just flip the signs. That's all it did. Now I have a positive n. Now the number changed. You good? You awake? It's Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay with me. Stay with me. We're almost there. We good? All right, with your partner, try number 10. Go. All right, guys, here we go. Hey, what letter am I solving for? I'm solving for x. So let's get everything away from the x. First of all, is there an adding, subtracting number over there? Or a number that's kind of by itself? What is it? What's the opposite of negative 5? So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. What's negative 2 plus 5? 3. There's no reason to miss those. You should have a calculator in front of you. If you don't know it, just check your calculator. So 3. What's the opposite of dividing by 3? Timesing by 3. Or multiplying times 3. Okay. What's 3 times 3? X equals 9. We good? All right, like, okay, I can do this. I'm not going to do the bottom 2. We're okay. Everybody all right? Cool, let's move on. All right, what about these? I love these. These, people overthink way too much, and you are going to see these on some tests, okay? So let's just talk through them. What do you immediately notice about number 13?
There's an x plus 7.
What else?
It's a,
What's the first thing you notice about this thing?
It's a fraction.
It's a fraction. How about I get rid of the fraction first? Yes? Can I show you how to do that? How did I just tell you I like to solve fractions? Multiply across and bring the top down. Didn't I say that? Watch how this works. You're gonna like this. This is easy. Watch. Everybody watch this. I'm waiting for eyes to come up. You're gonna want to see this. What's 5 times negative 3? Negative 15. Yes? And what's on top? Now just subtract 7. We're done. What? It's like math ninja. Oh, math ninja work over there. Ginger ninja. PS5. Yeah, you don't want another Ginger Ninja in Warzone. $25 on the end. All right, here we go. So we subtract 7, yes? What'd you get? Negative 22. Everybody good? Cool, do the next one, number 14. All right, here we go. What do I do? By the way, after we froze it, we're gonna do all these just really, really quick. All right, let's talk through this really fast. What's 4 times 2? 8. Bring the top down. Y minus 3. What's the opposite of minus 3? Plus 3. What's my answer? Y equals 11. Is that what you got? Everybody good? You got 12?
Oh, I just added wrong.
You just added wrong? All right, it happens. All right, here we go. Negative 3 times negative 2. Positive 6, because 2 negatives make a positive, okay? Then we bring down the m plus negative 2, right? What's the opposite of minus 2? So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. That cancels that out. M equals 8. Perfect. You guys getting the hang of this now? You're like, this is not going to be a problem. Just repetition makes things easier, I promise. All right, last one. It's backwards, but I'm not going to switch this one around. Just Trust the process, right? What's 4 times negative 7? Negative 28. Then I bring the top down. 5 plus a. What am I solving for? A. So what do I need to move? What's over there with the a? 5. So what's the opposite of positive 5? Negative 5. Negative 5. A equals negative 33. Same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. All right, we good? All right, 1 and 2 step equations, we are gonna do this a lot, okay? Repetition, hold on. Repetition makes everything so much easier, okay? So we're gonna practice this. If you get a little frustrated today, don't worry about it. You can bet you're gonna do thousands of these throughout the year, okay? You're gonna have a lot of problems, okay? All right, good job. Let's go ahead and take a break and click like and subscribe. Share this with your friends.